Welcome back to Etheria Restart. Today I'm here with my boy Hermes, and we're going to be talking about why right now he decided to start a brand new account because of how great the rewards are in the game for doing so. Now, if you've never played Etheria Restart, I have a QR code right here and a link in the description that get you 10 free summons to get yourself some new animus inside of the game. They're essentially heroes that you play with. It's a really great opportunity for you when you're starting on day one, and in addition to the rewards that my code and my QR code have for you, there's a lot more inside of the game that we're going to get into as we look at the account. Before I go any further, let's thank Etheria Restart for sponsoring today's video, and let's take a look at what you got going on in your account here, Hermes. I want you to give us an update on why you made the change, why you started the new account, and how the progress has been going. What's going on, man?
Yeah, so honestly, I was enticed, right? I was enticed by the incredible rewards they were offering. I have not seen like the level of generosity that they had for, especially for like the new and returning players. I didn't see the level of generosity in other games, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna rip the band-aid off and I'm gonna try it out because then also I get to come on and talk with you about whether or not it really is worth it to be trying again, starting over or coming to the game in the first place, or if you just be too far behind to really for anything to matter. And honestly, I've really enjoyed it. I've actually had a lot of fun, and this is, to be fair, this is only a 2 week old account. And I've had a lot of fun getting to play in the game and getting all these different opportunities, all the different animus that I've pulled. As you'll see, I've got I'd say a pretty awesome looking roster, even though I don't have a whole lot leveled up yet.
Yeah, you do.
And in general, it's just a great spot for my account for only being 2 weeks into the game. And it's pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, for transparency here, he had a better start on his free to play account than I had on my main account, which actually had a little bit of money spent into it as well. So, really, just some solid luck, some great pulls, and of course, this is a new account for you. You knew exactly how to optimize everything along the way. If you're wondering how to do that, how to get the best start, we actually put videos over on my Echo Etheria Restart channel that guide you through all of these steps if you're looking to do this on day one, the way that Hermes has done. All right, back to you, buddy.
Yeah, so the biggest things I think, again, going back and looking at all those videos that we've really been able to put out on all this different content is really going to be big, because it's kind of deciding what animus are good to invest in, which ones are good to use. I was lucky enough to pull a Yelly on my account, and it was really been an awesome pull for me. But there's so many good damage dealers. You'll see, I've also got like animus like Messiah,
Yeah.
Didding, stuff like that. Like there's so many good SR and SSR animus damage dealers, and that's really what you need in your account is you need those damage dealers early on to really help to progress you through the game. And so getting some of those as well as all the free ones, the free animus you get throughout the course of the first couple of weeks, and then the insane amount of summons is
Yeah.
also really big.
I think that's a good thing that hooks players in the early game, right? You get hundreds of summons, which is part of the reason why you have so many animus right here. But you get hundreds of summons. You get free SSRs right off the bat, free SSRs a weekend. And it really allows, that's my favorite right there, Lillian, by the way. It allows
Oh yeah.
players to really just kind of get attached to the game and really invested in it because of, how many pulls they have. That gotcha mechanic is really just a lot of fun, honestly.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no, it was awesome. I mean, looking at my first couple of days, especially, obviously, you're kind of getting them poured on you. But
Hmm.
over the course of how much I've played so far, I've had well over, I think, 500 summons on my account. Like, and that's more than 500, just because of just how many you get from the game. And this is a completely free account. And honestly, especially in the early game, they have some deals that if you're willing to spend a couple bucks in the game,
Hmm.
are really good value for what you're spending. It'll really help even boost your account even a little bit more. But honestly, you get so many free that it's great for those free to play players, as well as players who are looking to kind of spend a little bit of money, really help push their account higher. But it's not needed. I think that's what the biggest thing is for me, is that you don't need to spend in order to progress and continue to achieve get to really good places in the game. And I think that's really big, is that they have really good benefits for the spenders, but also you're not so far behind as a free to play player that you're just lost, right? And so I think that's really good that they've done that mechanic.
Yeah, I like that. I like that as well. not having the absolute need to spend is great for players because let's be honest, there's a massive community of free-to-play players that don't want to do any spending in these games. They want to do them absolutely for free, and you can do that inside of this game, and you can have an account that looks as good as yours on this game in this game as well. So it's really a great opportunity. And there's another thing that we don't really talk about much on the channel, but I think it would be fun for someone that's on the fence and considering, should I play Etheria Restart today? Should I try it out? It's another turn-based strategy game. Maybe I want to try a new one, just to see what I get. You could play for like an hour. You could use my code, get yourself 10 free summons. You'll probably get yourself, I don't know, 75 to 100 summons, and you could see what kind of pulls you get in that first hour. And they call it re-rolling. If you don't get anything good, start a new account, do it again, and just enjoy that pull mechanic. That's really a lot of fun. And when you do land an account that's as strong as yours, which by the way you didn't re-roll on, you just got lucky the first time around. Well, then
I really
you
did.
can. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Then you just roll and you're like, damn, I got a great account day one. I'm gonna roll with this, and this is what I'm gonna be using. And I'm going to dive into the game and get into the next level of the game. So tell us a little bit more about what you've been focusing on. We know that you have the animus that you're excited about, but tell us why this account is doing so well and what's bringing you joy out of it versus your max level account that you have.
Yeah, so the big things that I'm really enjoying in this account is obviously the challenges that come with it. Obviously, my main account, I had different animus, everything else like that. So, it was its own challenge. But with the account I have now, honestly, just being 100% frank, it's a little bit of an easier way of going about it because of the animus I've gotten and the knowledge that I have. But I think the big things are really where I'm focusing. So right now you'll see we've got that double drop event going on over the course of this weekend. And so I'm focusing here on these dungeons. Right now I'm spending a little bit of my stamina into Terramatan. Then I'll probably focus a little bit on Doki Doki, get a little bit of Aurora at the end of today. And then throughout the rest of the weekend, I'm going to focus on pushing. You'll see I haven't really pushed any of these GP outposts other than the disorder and constant. And that's because I have a lot of really good disorder and constant units.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we've got this event going on, I'm really going to start pushing up in these reason, odd, and hollow GP outposts to help skill up my support animus and my other damage dealers to really help progress my account into a much higher stage and really step up the account's progress.
And can you let
So I think
everyone?
this is a spot I'm going to focus on.
Can you let players know that don't know what you get from the GP outpost why you would want to farm this area of the game?
Oh yeah, dude. So GP Outpost, and I did not focus on this enough on my main account.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is where I really needed to focus in a little bit more on this account than I did on my previous one. What this does, these GP Outpost materials are used to help upgrade the skills or the abilities of your animus. You'll see here I've got Yelly, who's got 2 fully maxed out ones. And as you get up to these levels, you need a progressively higher amount of these imprints as well as your lattice in order to increase those abilities. So obviously SSRs are going to have the highest cost, as you'll see going through. I've got some pretty good abilities, but then they start out pretty cheap, and then as you progress through the skills, they get more expensive. And obviously SRs are going to have a little bit cheaper as you go through, and you really get to these abilities. But this is so important because you get so much value. Take Sonya here. She is a big time healer on my account, and I've only got some HP into her because I haven't farmed enough materials from her specific affinity. But what she does is she increases the healing effect and reduces the skill cooldown of her revive and big chunk heal with this by farming and being able to use these GP outpost materials as well as the lattice. And so this really improves her kit substantially. So that's why that's a big thing that I'm going to be farming. And I think that new players need to focus on is making sure you're farming this. And honestly, it's not a super difficult dungeon. I just wasn't farming it because I didn't have to until this double drop event came around.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool. I appreciate you breaking that down for everyone so they have a little bit of a better understanding because some were looking at this and probably saying, well, what is that even for? All right, so we know that you're doing Doki Doki. We know that you're doing a bunch of that. Is there anything else that you're doing right now that you want to feature on the account? And I know that you kind of wanted to do a special poll at the end of this video as well.
Yeah, so both things are actually going to be in this summon portal. So the first thing I'm doing, I'm actually I'm trying right now. And so I am getting, as I get my 10 pulls, I'm going in and I'm pulling them, but I'm only 22 summons away. I am actually going for this Aya, this Mizumi Yomi, whatever her name is, Aya. And the reason why is her kit is actually really good. So I think for people coming to the game, I don't think you should pull her right away. But I think if you save some summons, for her. You only got like 12 days left. So I say this is someone who's like starting the account this week, kind of farming through, get through your first week of summons. And then I think she's a really good pickup because of the fact that she reduces skill cooldowns as well as brings some healing and some cleansing to your ally animus, and that's going to be really important for accounts in the early game, especially because you are going to have longer skill cooldowns because not everyone is going to have those maxed out lattice abilities that have shorter cooldowns. So she's going to be a valuable one, I think, for a lot of people to pick up, and she is one that I'm focusing on picking up as well because of that value I see in my account.
Got you. Thanks for the breakdown. All right, so I saw that you have 22 more summons until pity. That brings up the whole pity talk, where when you're pulling for any animus, there is after 80 pulls, it's a guaranteed animus for you. So it's nice that inside of this game, you know when you're going to actually be getting animus, and if you have 80 pulls saved up, which again are not hard to save, you could be prepared whenever a new banner or whenever a new animus comes into the game. You could guarantee that you're going to unlock that animus as long as you have the pulls saved up. So what do you plan on doing right now?
So I've actually got, and this is from, which is really awesome. Again, I love about this game. When you log in for 2 weeks and you do a couple of very easy, simple tasks throughout the game,
Mm-hmm.
you actually for 2 weeks unlock this quantum prototype, and this guarantees an SSR. So this is really big for me. I'm hoping, obviously, I don't want to dupe. I would love to see the dupes, but my biggest want on this account would be a plume. If I could get a plume, I basically won the game at this point. Like it's wrap, right? All it is basically just slowly leveling everybody up, getting them up to where I need to be. But plume would be the end all be all, greatest pull I could get. But really, I'd love to get a new animus on the account. Someone I haven't pulled before would be awesome. Really, anybody new would be great. So hopefully we'll get somebody good off this pull.
All right, well let's rip off the band-aid, man, and do it. If you want to throw a little luck at Hermes' free-to-play account, throw a like in the video. It's just a YouTube thing, and we say that it works. Let's go do it, bro. Let's see if you can get. I mean, I'm hoping for that plume for you. Then you have literally the best team in the game all ready to go. What do you
I
got?
know. Let's
Oh,
see. Oh,
okay.
that
Come on.
gold. Gotta love the gold. Gotta love the
It
gold.
looks good no matter what, man. Even when you know it's coming.
I know. Oh, a new one. Ooh, Zada. Okay. She's actually an interesting one because she was recently buffed in the game. So this is it's a new damage dealer for me, and I'm actually happy about this one. This one is good. She's really good in Aurora, especially.
Okay, excellent, man. No, that's great. And make sure you save. Make sure that you get your crystals. All right, cool, man. So you just got another damage dealer. What does that do to Ditting, being your SR damage dealer right now?
Honestly, I'm still using Ditting, and the reason why is because of how cheap it is to level up his skills compared to SSRs, right? So
Mm-hmm.
he still has a lot of value. Obviously, I'm focused. I've gotten Yelly almost. I need one more lattice for Yelly to get up this last damage multiplier. I get a little bit of extra attack, but I'm not going to form. And then she'll be pretty much where I want her to be. But he's so cheap to upgrade that I've basically got him almost totally maxed. I just again was waiting for this event to farm up a little bit more of that skill materials to really max him out completely. That honestly, I'm gonna keep using Ditting.
There you
Like he
go.
is so good. Like he and Messiah are currently sharing my spare set of gear, and hopefully because of all the farming I'm doing, I'll get some additional great gear this weekend. But I'm still gonna use him. Like he is still a top tier damage dealer as an SR, and it's really great to have someone like that on the account.
Yeah, man, I agree. And we have a full guide on Ditting, actually two of them on the Etheria Restart channel. If you want to get your Ditting built out properly, go check that out. Hermes, thanks so much for coming through, man. And again, guys, we need to thank Etheria Restart for sponsoring the video. And if you want to start it out, if you weren't enticed, well, you should have been, use the QR code right here or the link in the description. Get your 10 free summons and let me know how you like the game. We'll see you guys in the next one.